Welcome to Snail Trail 4x4. Today we're going to be installing some LED headlights in a first-gen 4Runner. Welcome to Snail Trail 4x4. Today we're going to be installing the LED headlights in the 4Runner so that we can just get better visibility. These headlights are just old, they're worn out, they put out a yellow nasty color and it's not very bright at all. The new LEDs are going to be super bright, they're going to have a great visibility, going to look better all in all. Also, one of the things that happens is these old headlights draw a lot of current, and these new LEDs, the new bulbs, don't draw much of anything. So one of the things that you're going to have to get is this H4 adapter off of Amazon. I'll put a link down below. So if you get those headlights, you're going to have to grab this adapter also. It's got some relays in there, it's got a fuse, and then just the adapter just to go to the headlights and then to the new bulbs, and then it's got one long stretch to go to the other side for the just right to the bulb. This one only connects from one side and then it'll stretch to the other side, so you can connect both of the lights. Because LEDs are so low current and such a low amperage, you can run everything off of this one side, so it works out really well. First step that we're going to do is we're going to yank the battery, so then we get room to install these relays. So we just yanked the battery out. Now our next step is we are going to undo the plug that's on the back of the, it's right down here, it's sort of hard to see, apologize. We're going to undo the plug on the back of the light. Then we have to undo the clip right here and the clip on the bottom. Lucky for us, this one's already off. We're going to do that on both sides. And then we're going to have enough room to be able to undo the 4 screws that hold the light in. And pop. All right, that's off. So our next step is we're going to install the relays. I just put this on the firewall and the inner fender on here and then marked it with a Sharpie. Now I'm going to get a drill. I'm going to drill these spots out. These will be going in this spot. I'm going to use it right on the inner fender. Maybe I'll swing the camera around over there so you'll see what I'm talking about. Then we have this guy goes right to the battery. It's a direct hotline. It has an inline fuse. We have the one that connects to the battery or to the new LEDs, and then this one goes into where the old lights were, and this one that runs all the way to the other side, that's what connects the other LEDs. So let me flip the camera around and we'll pop these holes. Alright, so we popped 2 holes in the fender here, and now we're just going to bolt these up. We're actually going to, we popped 2 holes and we're going to put a nut on the back side, so we're just going to push these through. Nice and snug. Alright, we'll tighten that up. Leave it a little loose right now so we can do some rearranging. But we're pretty much there. So this is going to go over to the battery. This is going to get plugged in. Should find a spot for the ground next. So for the ground, I'm going to undo this bolt right here for the washer fluid. That's also, I'm going to take that whole assembly off so that we can run the cable or this loom underneath there and snake it up underneath this beam all the way to the other side. I'm afraid we might need to also remove the radiator reservoir for the same reason, to just snake this behind it. So I'm going to do double duty right here by removing this bolt, and that'll allow us to snake the ground right underneath it afterwards. So I'm going to undo this bolt as well. This will undo the reservoir for the radiator, and then that way I can sneak the loom right under behind it, and then we'll have all the room right here as much as we need. It'll also keep it nice and tidy underneath this beam. That way it'll keep everything snugged up. I can run a few zip ties around it, hold it up and away from the radiator. A good trick is whenever you take a bolt out, put that bolt right back in the same spot. So then one, you don't lose it, and then you know that something should be going there when you have a loose bolt out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe I'll do the same thing. I'll connect the ground right back up here. First thing I'm going to do is zip tie it. So this is the plug that connects to the old harness, which is right here. So these ones, sorry, that's sort of hard to see. That one and that one connect to each other. I'm going to have to put the camera down to do that. But then this yellow plug down here, whoop, this one connects to the plug on the LED headlights. So we're going to connect these two together. Then we're going to put the battery in and wire everything up, and then test the light and make sure that it's working right before we button everything together. Battery's in, we're all wired up. We got the connector here that goes to the light, the connector that goes to the old harness. We connected the fuse and put the ground right here underneath that. So I think we're ready to give it a test run. Let's try the lights. Boom! Let there be light. Awesome.
Wanna try the high beams?
Let's try the high beams. Yep, high beams work too. Excellent. Alright, so now we're going to put these back in place, put the shrouds around them, gently put those 4 screws in, and then put the grill back in place, and we're done. So that's the headlights stock. So here we have low beams and high beams, stock headlights. Probably going to need to do a little bit of adjusting, but we can do that later. Thanks for watching this episode of Snail Trail 4x4, where we installed LED headlights in a first gen 4Runner. It was a really easy install, probably took us about an hour and a half to get everything done. And you don't need any special tools. We used some spanners, we used some Phillips head screwdrivers, we used some needle nose pliers to pull some of the clips out, and that was really about it. We also used some sandpaper and a wire brush to clean off the grounds. So it was very simple, pretty much plug and play. You can't mess this up. The battery situation worked out great. We're glad we pulled that out of the way first. So all in all, we're super happy, and they look awesome. They look so much better. They work so much better than the old halogens, and there's so much better color and everything. It's awesome. So thanks for watching. I'm going to put the links down below. Make a comment down below. Let us know if you've done this install as well, or how they turned out for you. We're just super happy with them, so 2 thumbs up. And don't forget, hammer down on that subscribe button and keep crawling.